So today we are gonna read the story of Chitraketu. The past times we were doing others. What did we do last time? Does anybody remember? Raise your hand if you remember. What did we last time? Which story did we do last time? Yes, Sahasrashrita.
Last time we did Shloka.
Shloka. Before that?
I was not there.
Okay, Ishan knows, but I know he created the PowerPoint. Before Chitraketu, which story were we reading? Nobody remembers? Yes, Adav.
Trinavata? Trinavata?
Trinavarta?
That's for the Visheshwar Prosper. What?
Yes. The name starts with V. Come on. Then the second letter is R.
Indra and I forgot his name. Indra and
Yes, Narsimadev. Vritrasura. Yes. Has it been this long that you guys forgot everything? Remember that demon?
We just don't remember the name. That's it. We know the story though. Yeah, I was gonna say it. Remember the name.
Okay. All right. Let me share my screen now. Can you guys see?
Oh yeah, guys, I made a new theme because like it's been like 2 years with the old theme, so like we're starting
What was the old theme?
Celestial. We
Okay.
got a new PowerPoint background and everything.
Okay, so we will read the story of Chitraketu. Who was Vritrasura in his previous life? How did he become a demon? This is all what is in Chitraketu's story, right? So, in his previous life, Vritrasura was a great king named Chitraketu. This is the link. We were doing the Vritrasura story, and like we were thinking, how could Vritrasura became a great devotee even though he was a demon? Because he was a great king called Chitraketu in his previous life. He was ruling the Surasena province. He was handsome, he was educated, he was wealthy, and he was very kind. So he had very good qualities. And during his time, the earth was prosperous. Nobody had any problems. It was prosperous in all ways. So he married a beautiful queen, and her name was Kritadyuti. What was her name? Kritadyuti. He married a beautiful woman called Kritadyuti, but the problem was he had no children. Can you guys tell me similar story which you guys have heard and read where the king had no child? Yes, Mira.
Ramayan?
Yes. What did Dashrath have no child or no male child? King Dashrath had no male child or no children at all? Yes. Is it Ashrita, right?
Sahasra.
Sahasra, okay.
No children at all.
Let's see if somebody else agrees with Sahasra.
He had 3 sons.
4 sons.
Oh.
Come on, nobody remembers this? We did this 2 years ago.
I thought he had no sons or daughters.
Yeah, no daughters?
Yeah.
Remember the Ayati, yes?
He didn't have any daughters, but he had like sons and he had kids. So
No, come on, guys, you forgot.
He had daughters, but he didn't have sons. So he did a
fire sacrifice so he would get son.
Yes. What was his daughter's name? Name starts with S. Anybody remembers? SH. Her daughter's name was Shanta. Remember? Her daughter's name was Shanta, and he had a good friend called Romapada, and Romapada had no children, and he gave his daughter Shanta to be adopted by Romapada. Yes, Ayati.
Okay, but question, like, why wasn't he happy with his daughter and he had to do a whole yagna to have a son? Was he just not happy with his child?
So he had a daughter called Shanta, and Shanta was adopted by King Romapada, who was Dashrath's friend. So he had no, in fact, so if somebody is adopted, they're living in a different kingdom and everything. So theoretically, because he gave up his daughter for adoption, so he had no children. Does that make sense?
Why would he give up his daughter for adoption?
Because he had good relationship with his friend, and his friends said, you already have a daughter and you might have more children later. Can you give your daughter to me? And then he also wanted a male child because the male child will become the future king. He wanted his lineage to grow, not to just stop with him.
Okay.
Yes, Nadia?
Why couldn't his daughter just have become queen? Why did she have to have a king?
That was the Vedic way, that Vedic way in the Vedic times, that the eldest male child will become the king. Okay. All right. So let's go back to this story where now we diverted to, so now Kritadyuti was the wife of Chitraketu, and Chitraketu was previously in his life, what is in his future life what was Chitraketu in his future life? Chitraketu was in his future life. Yes, Ashrita? Vritrasura, yes. So now we are dealing with Chitraketu. So he had no children. So he married another wife, but still no child. He desired a successor, saying, I want a child so that they can take on the charge of the kingdom after the retirement. So like this, he married 10 million wives. How many? 10 million wives. But due to destiny, still had no child. He was anxious, very anxious, like, what will happen to my kingdom? Who will become the king after I die? So he had wealth, he had beautiful queens, and he had control over all lands, but he was not happy. So once what happened was there was a powerful sage called Angira Muni. Angira, who was to travel all over the world, came to the palace of King Chitraketu. And Chitraketu received him with great respect and bowed down to his feet. And Sage Angira was very pleased, like saying, you've done such a good job with the hospitality. You've received me well as a guest. So he's asking, dear Chitraketu, is everything well? Are your wives, citizens, ministers, and servants cooperating with you? I see that you're disturbed. I see that your mind is not pleased. And your pale face reflects your anxiety. What is bothering you? And Chitraketu bent his head and replied, You know everything, Angira Muni, because you're so elevated, spiritually elevated. What can be unknown to you? Like a perfect yogi like you know everything. But because you asked me, let me disclose this to you. Like, what is keeping me up at night? What is causing me to be anxious? I have a great prosperous kingdom, but that doesn't please me because I do not have a child. Please help me get a son. Okay, let's no annotations on the screen. So merciful Angira wanted to help Chitraketu, right? So he performed a fire sacrifice for him to get a son. He gave the prasadam, the divine food offered in the yagna, to Kritadyuti, the first wife. She was the first and the perfect wife among the millions of queens. How many queens did he have? 10 million. So who got the prasadam? Who got the prasadam? From the fire sacrifice.
Sorry.
Who got the prasadam among the 10 million? Kritadyuti, right? The first queen. Then Angira Muni gave the prasadam and he left, warning Chitraketu. They're saying, okay, you will have a son, but he will be the cause of your happiness and distress both. After having your son, you will be happy and later you'll be sad. Right? So that's why his name is Harsha Shoka, right? Happiness and Shoka is distress. So Chitraketu was thinking, what is Angira Muni saying? I cannot understand. He was just thinking, my son's birth will certainly cause happiness to me. I don't have any sons, so if he's born, I will get so much happiness. So he was thinking, probably because he's going to be my only son, he will be probably proud of his great empire and wealth and may not be very obedient. He may not listen to me and he might not do the things what I want. Thus, he might give me distress. It might cause me anxiety. But that is all right. I can deal with it because right now I do not have a son. It's causing me so much pain. If he's not obedient, it's all right. I'll tolerate that. So eventually, Kritadyuti, the wife, gave birth to a beautiful son. And hearing this, all the citizens were extremely pleased. And here the spelling of Kritadyuti is wrong. It says Krita duty. It's not Krita duty. Ishan, probably you were using the dictation. It's Kritadyuty, Kritadyuti. So everybody in the kingdom were happy that the king last has a son, and Chitraketu was so happy. He requested the brahmanas to perform the birth ceremony for the newborn baby, and just like the cloud pours rain, he generously, because he was so happy, he gave charity of gold, silver, garments, ornaments, villages, cows, and so on and so forth to all the people who came. He gave so much charity because he was so happy. And Chitraketu's was affection for his son increased on a daily basis. He loved his son more and more. So what is happening is, because he's falling in love with, like he is loving his son more and more, he is spending the time with his son and his first wife, Kritadyuti, and is neglecting the other wives. Would you like, say, if you have 5 friends, 5 good friends, and one of your good friends just talks to you, other good friend ignores you, would you like that? Does this happen to you guys? Said somebody, it was close to you, but then they start ignoring you and just talk to your other friends. Does this happen? Yes or no? It happens, right? So what will the queens feel? The other queens will feel happy? No. They will not feel happy. Yes, Aradhya, you have a question?
No, I accidentally did.
Okay. If you can turn your cameras on, it will be nice if possible, right? So Kritadyuti, like, she was okay because she was getting all the attention, but the other queens of Chitraketu were feeling envy, jealous. right? They wanted that they also should have children like the first wife, so that then the king would spend time with them, right? If they thought that if we had children, then Chitraketu will not neglect us, right? And they were thinking that even the maid servants get attention from her husband, but childless wives are the most unfortunate. Because we don't have a child, we're very unfortunate. So they became jealous, they lost their intelligence, became hard-hearted, became intolerant. So what did they do? They gave the small child poison, because they thought, if we cannot have a child and our husband is not paying attention to us, we want to kill the child so that we will get attention from our husband. Did she do the right thing? Did the other wives do the right thing? No. But do you think now how jealousy is bad? Is jealousy good or bad? Bad. Did this happen to you guys, jealousy? Like anytime? Was somebody jealous of you guys? If, say, yes, Aradhya, you want to say something? No? Are you joining class for the first time, Aradhya? Yes? Can you unmute and just introduce yourself quickly?
My name is Aradhya. I'm in 6th grade and I'm in Florida right now.
Which city?
Boca Raton.
Boca Raton, very nice. Welcome. Right. So anybody wants to share if they had any experience with jealousy? Yes, Aditri.
Okay, I'm not saying this to brag, but like in 3rd grade, I've been with this girl named Mira, and after she saw me win the 3rd grade spelling bee, she got very jealous and she starts being very mean to me. She's like she bullies me a lot, but I always talk back to her.
Okay, good that you shared. We will talk to you about that. Yes, Nadia.
So, in class, one time we were choosing who we were going to vote on who was going to become class president, and me and a bunch of my friends all wanted to be it, but then they got jealous when I got chosen.
Did they do anything bad to you?
No, but one of my friends, Ellis, wouldn't talk to me for the rest of the day, and she was all mopey.
Yeah. So this happens, right? So if somebody is jealous to us, they're jealous of us, we don't engage with them that much, but we don't disrespect them, right? Remember the other day we were speaking, hate the sin, but not the sinner. Yes? Remember? We do not like disrespect them or in any way cause harm to them. We have to understand that these things are there in people's hearts, and we have to help them. We still treat them very nicely, that they will change. Yes, Aditri.
Yeah, so like I go on the bus and she's in my bus. And whenever I leave, she used to call me Stinky Aditri for some reason. Like she used to call me names.
There are multiple ways to resolve that. Talk to her in one-on-one, saying, whatever, Mira, why are you calling me these names? I'm your friend. I would like to keep this friendship, but this is not nice.
No, she was never my friend though. She's just a girl from 3rd grade who I know since 3rd grade.
So then you still say that I like you as a person, but what you're doing is not nice. It hurts. So would you please stop doing this? And if she continues, then you tell her teacher or somebody, right? But we never try to help other people, right? And we should not have hatred against anybody. Everybody is Krishna's child. Yes, we are children of the same God. So because of different conditioning, because of different reasons, so, right, they might be going through something we don't know, and that's how they derive life. That oh, somebody did bad to me, I will do bad to somebody, and I will take my revenge. That's how they might feel happy. Or oh, Aditri dances beautifully. She dances better than me. I will put her down. I will show her that she's not better than me. People might think that, and then they might do that stuff. But you have to think, okay, how do I help that? Because she's also a child of Krishna, right? We don't hate that person. Do we agree? Now, this level, these wives put it a different level. They poisoned the child. That's taking it to the extreme, right?
They
And
just like
yeah,
killed the child
yeah,
who the king's been waiting for.
yes. So the mother Kritadiyuti did not know what happened. She thought that her son was sleeping for a long time. She didn't know that her son had died. She sent her maid, like, why is my son not awake, has awoken yet? Then she realized, oh, my child is dead. She cried profusely, very profusely. She was crying, and she fell to the ground unconscious. She could not take it.
Can you move to the next page?
Yes. So she was crying so profusely that she lost her consciousness and fell to the ground. All the palace residents also came there, and they also began to cry. The queens who had given poison, they also came there and started crying pretentiously. You know crocodile's tears? What does crocodile tears means? We use a phrase, yes, Ayati?
Means like when someone's using like fake tears or like fake emotions and like not actually showing the real emotions.
Yeah.
It's like crocodile tears, like it's like oh like you're crying, you know you're crying, you're sad, but you're not actually sad. You're actually happy about something.
Yeah, yeah. So have you done that? Anybody had shed crocodile tears? Has anybody shed crocodile tears? Nobody? I know of one person at least in this group. Has
Uncle, do not say the name. We're not writing you out. We are on live right now. So, anyways.
has anybody seen others doing crocodile tears? Yes, Ayati.
This happened when I was like in first grade, I think. So like I'm not sure. This one girl, I think she was like this. I don't really know what happened too well, but I remember I was like in it, I guess. But pretty much this one girl, like it was like it's in first grade, so it's like all about like, oh my God, it's like my toy or whatever. So this one girl like took this girl's toy, but then it was like a whole entire blame thing, and then the person who like the person who was mean, like she started to cry and like started to blame other people on like what happened to her. And it was really weird. I don't really remember too much because I wasn't in the thing, but it was interesting, I guess. Very
Okay.
interesting.
Yes. Shashita.
There's a girl in our school. Her name is Nidhi. So she was crying, like she was fake crying, like she was getting stomach pain just to go home.
Okay, Ada.
My sister.
Yeah, go ahead. You wanted to say something, Ada?
Yeah, my sister.
She's not on the call. Let's not go
Okay,
there.
no, we're running out, okay? People, no, we're running out, please.
Hari, you wanted to say something?
I did it one time for a prank when I was in when I was in third or fourth grade. I did it for a prank when I did it for a prank one time.
Okay, so you did it for a prank. That's okay.
And
But
then we tracked them.
so is it good to cry crocodile tears, to shed crocodile tears? No, right? Right. So yes, Ayati.
I mean, like Huddy said, like as a joke,
As a joke,
as
yes,
a
as a
prank,
joke, yes.
it
As a
might
joke,
be.
it's
Is
okay.
it not okay?
Yes, joke is okay.
Yeah.
In drama, we have to sometimes cry too, right? In dramas and stuff, we have to cry too. And by the way, next week, those people who are in local to South Florida, do come Sunday. We will have a drama on Ramayan.
Okay, but question.
Yes.
Do you guys actually cry in the drama?
Yes. Meaning
Are
we're
you sure
trying to
about that?
cry.
I laugh during those moments. I'm so sorry, but I laugh.
Okay. All right. So what I was saying is those people who are in South Florida, do come next week. And I will post the invitation in the group that we are doing a drama on drama, and it's a 1 hour drama, and you will like it. It's hopefully it's going to be very nice. So do come. Okay, so I'll post that in the group. So how did Chitraketu react to his son's untimely death? What happened to his wives, and who poisoned the child? We will read next week. But before that, I want to ask you some questions. Do you think Chitraketu was also responsible for the action of his wives who poisoned the child? Like, did Chitraketu behave in any way that the wives killed the child?
Nobody knows.
Yes.
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 So how do you think we should tackle envy? How should we tackle envy? If we are jealous, or how should we tackle? What do you think? If we feel we are jealous of somebody, how should we tackle that? How should we understand? Let's put us in saying somebody, like, say the example, let's see. Let's pick Ishan. Let's pick Ishan. Ishan, say you are very good at math, and you find another student in the class, who is better in math than you, and you feel jealousy. What would you like to do? What would you do?
I guess I'd become friends with them so that instead of having enmity and like jealousy, we could have like friendship, and then he could help me get better.
Very nice. Good job. Nadia?
I'd say like, hey, I've noticed that you're really good at math. Do you think you could help me?
Yeah, very nice. Very nice. Anybody else? Say, Mira, say somebody has a better toy than you, and you're jealous of that person. What would you do? Mira was not paying attention.
What?
What would you do if somebody took a toy, had a toy better than you?
If they had a toy better than me,
Say they have a better toy than you.
I would ask if I could play with it.
And if they don't give it to you?
That's okay.
That's okay. Yes, that is okay. Acceptance. Anybody else wants to share? What have they done, or what would they like to do if they feel that they're jealous of that person? Okay, so there is another lesson here, is of acceptance. Remember, King Chitraketu was not ready to accept that he has no child. He married 1 wife, 2 wives, 3 wives, and how many? 10 million wives. And even the sage Angira said that if you have a child, it can be problematic. He will give you happiness and distress both. Sometimes we cannot decide, like, what will be, like, when we are born, we don't know what, like, we cannot decide, like, where will we be born, what will be the color of our bodies, whether we'll be male or a female, but we have to accept it. So we should focus on what is in our control. Say example, like somebody here, say Lakshay wants to compete in, say, the football finals, soccer World Cup, and say he's not good at, and he is good at soccer, right? And he grows up and he gets selected in the county level, in the national level, but he's not selected in the international level. Should he get too upset about it? No. It's not in your control. It's not in our control. It's on the selectors, whether they will select him for the World Cup team or not. We have to accept. What, like, we will try our best, but certain times we don't know what God will give us. We try whatever we can, and we have to know our boundaries, right? We cannot just do everything. Like Einstein said, everybody has a unique quality. Everybody's a genius. But if you ask a fish to climb a tree, it will fail. Do you understand this? Everybody is a genius, Einstein used to say. But if you ask a fish to climb a tree, it will fail. Can a fish climb a tree? But everybody's a genius in their own way. Like Ishan could be good at math, Jaswita might be good at dancing and singing. Sebastian might be good at skating. Nadia might be very good at excelling at swimming. Everybody has their unique abilities. Krishna has given everybody some unique abilities. So we strengthen them, but we don't become jealous of others, right? We accept what is given to us. Okay, let's see. Sasha Ashita?
Why couldn't he adopt a son?
Yeah, he didn't want to, and he wanted, like in olden days, like your biological child also only will become the king. So that was the rule. Anybody else has questions before? Otherwise, we'll move on to the shlokas we want to recite. Okay, so what we do is we do one shloka every week, but right now I'm going to change it a little bit. And whatever we did last week, we will together recite it, and then we will learn the new ones. Okay. Most. I'm just pulling up the. Okay, so can you guys see the screen? Yes. So everybody will recite together. We recited till 2.41, right? Everybody will recite together, right? Aradhya, I know you were not in the class, right? But try to recite together with everybody. We will recite this without the translation. We will, and after from 2.41, we will recite one by one. Okay, let's recite together. You can unmute yourself, all of you, and we will recite together. Dhritarashtra uvacha dharma kshetre samaveta yudhva mamaka pandavashchaiva kim akurvat sanjaya कार्पण्यदोषोपहत स्वभावः पृच्छामि त्वां धर्मसम्मूढचेतः यच्छ्रेयशान्तं ब्रूहि तन्मे शिष्यस्तेऽहं चाधिमां त्वां प्रपन्नम् देहिनोऽस्मि यथा देहे कौमारं यौवनं जरा तथा देहं प्राप्य धीरस्तत्र न मूयति अत्र स्पर्शस्तु कौन्तेय शीतोष्णसुखदुःखदाः Agamapaino nitya samsiti bharata न जायते म्रियते वा कदाचिन् नायं भूत्वा भविष्यवा न भूय यो नित्यः मनो हन्यते हन्यमाने शरीरे नाभिक्रमानाशोऽस्ति वायो न विद्यते व अल्पम् अपि अस्य धर्मस्य त्रायते महतो भयात् सायत्मिका बुद्धिर्नैके कुरु नन्दन बहुशाखाय अनन्तश्च बुद्धयो व्यवसायिनाम्. Okay, we did this till last week. This was 7 verses. Let's try to revise the other verses, which is 4 and 6 more verses together quickly. Not together now, one by one, because we did not revise. Who wants to start? Vishaya Vinivartante. Yes, Adav.
Vishaya Vinivartante Nirahaya Sadena Yashabhajam Yashopyasya Parantishya Nivartate.
Do the translation.
The embodied soul may be restricted from sense enjoyment. The taste for sense objects remain, but seizing such engagements by experiencing a higher taste, he is fixing consciousness.
Yes. So what does this mean? That, okay, I might suppose you like video games so much you cannot give it up, but so the parents keep trying to control you from video games, and then you might stop for some time, but that taste is all there all the time, so you might not be able to give it up. When the parents are not looking, you will go to the Xbox and start playing. But if you develop a higher taste of, say, reading, that you start reading so much, then you might not like video games. That's an example. That's an example, right? Let's say another example could be like you like to eat candy so much. You like to eat candy so much. But then you never tasted gulab jamun. Your mom makes gulab jamun, offers it to Krishna, and then she offers you take gulab jamun, and you say eat the gulab jamun, and you like it so much you don't like candies anymore. You want to eat more and more of gulab jamun. So the higher taste has to be there. The higher taste is what? Loving Krishna, reading about Krishna, chanting about Krishna. If you have the higher taste, then automatically the lower taste will go away. Does that make sense? Right? Okay. So who will recite this again? Vishaya Vinivartante. Who wants to recite again? Yes, Ishan.
Vishayavini vartante niraharasya dehina savarjam rasopyasya param drishtani vartate.
Very good. Govind, you want to do? Govind? Okay. Go ahead, Govind.
Vishayavani vartante nirahasyad
Dehinaha
rasha
varjam
rajam rasho
apyasya
prayam
drishtva.
drishtra nivartate.
Very good, very good. Aditri?
Vishaya Vinivartante
Niraharasya
Dihana Rasavarjam Rasopyasya Param Drishtva Nivartate.
Very nice, very nice. Aradhya, you want to try? Aradhya?
Yeah.
You want to try? Want to try reading this?
59.
Yeah, 2.59.
Um.
I'll help you. Vishaya Vinivartante
Vishaya Vinivartante
Niraharasya Dehinaha
Niraharasya Dehinaha
Rasavarjam Raso Apyasya
Rasavarjam Rasopyasya
Param Drishtva Nivartate.
Param Drishta Nivartate.
Very nice. Thank you. Okay, let's go to the next one. Who wants to recite this first? Okay, Gauri.
ध्यायतो विषयान् पुंसा सङ्गात्स्तेषुपजायते सङ्गात् सञ्जायते कामात् क्रोधोऽभिजायते.
Do the translation.
While contemplating the objects of the senses, a person develops attachment for them, and from such attachment, lust develops, and from lust, anger arises.
Thank you. Yes, Adhav.
ध्यायतो विषयं पुंसः सङ्गस्तेषुपजायते सञ्जयत् कामक्रोधोऽभिजायते.
Sangat sanjayate kamaha. Yes, very nice. Okay, Meera. Meera, you want to recite, and then Aditri.
I don't know how to do it.
Dhyayato
ध्यायतो
vishayan
विषयान्
pumsaha
पुंसः
sangas
सङ्गास्
teshu pajayate
तेषुपजायते
sangat
सङ्गात्
sanjayate
सञ्जायते
kamaha
कामः
kamat
कामात्
krodho
क्रोधो
vijayate.
विजायते.
Very good. Govind, and then Aditri. Govind, and then Aditri.
ध्यायतो विषयान् पुंसः सङ्गस्तेषुपजायते सङ्गात् सञ्जायते कामात् क्रोधोऽभिजायते.
Very nice. Very nice. Okay, Aditri.
ध्यायतो विषयान् पुंसः सङ्गस्तेषुपजायते सङ्गत् सञ्जयत् कामात् क्रोधोऽभिजायते.
Very nice. Arav.
Is it the 2.62?
Yes, 2.62. You want my help?
I'll try.
Okay.
Dayato Isayan Pumsaha
Sangas
Sangas Teshu Pajayate Sangat Sanjayate
kamaha.
Kamaha Kamat Krudo Vijayate.
Very nice. Very nice. Shashrashita.
ध्यायतो विषयान् पुंसः सङ्गस्तेषुपजायते सङ्गत् सञ्जयते कामात् क्रोधोऽभिजायते.
Very nice. So this verse is very important, right? When we look at things and we want it, we get attached to it. And if we don't, and we get so attached to it, and we don't get it, then we become angry. Say, this Xbox is lying there near the TV corner. I don't have any work to do, and I keep seeing, oh, it's calling me. The Xbox is calling me. It's calling me. I'm attached to go and play Xbox. And my dad says, no, you need to do your homework. But I'm attached to Xbox. No, daddy, why are you always fighting with me? Why are you stopping me? You will become angry at your dad. If we have so much attachment to those things, and we don't get it, we become angry. Is that true or no? Is it true? Yes. So why does anger come? Because we become attached to something, and if we don't get it, we become angry. So when you get angry, try to think why you get angry, right? So that's Dhyayato Vishayan Pumsa. Now, let's see. We will just quickly do these two verses and then we'll end. Ishan, let's go. Krodhat Bhavati Sammoha.
My favorite verse ever. Krodhat Bhavati Sammoha Sammohat Mriti Vibhama Mriti Bhamshat Buddhinashat Pranashati. Do
the translation.
From anger, delusion arises, and from delusion, bewilderment of memory. When memory is bewildered, intelligence is lost, and when intelligence is lost, one falls down again into the material pool.
Right. So When we get angry, what happens? We become deluded. We don't know what is right versus wrong, right? We lose our memory. Like we don't know what has happened, right? We lose our intelligence and we fall down into the material pool. Sometimes it happens, right? When we become angry, we do things, we say bad things, we throw things which we then regret later. Yes, sometimes it happens. Does this happen, Sebastian, that when we become angry, sometimes we say things or do things like we might be throwing a cup or we might be doing something which we don't like when we come back to our senses? Does this happen to anybody? And what did we say when we become angry? What should we do?
Read in and out.
Say that again.
Read in and out.
Can you come closer to the phone? I can't hear you.
Read.
You breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Yes, that's one way of doing it. Yes. Well, somebody else? What do we do? Arav, if we get angry, what should we do?
We can just close our eyes.
Yes, close our eyes. The one thing I will say which has helped me is just chanting some prayers. You can just say Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. Say that 5 times, 10 times, and see your anger will, say if it is here, it will come down, zoom down. Will we try to do that? Yes, will everybody try to do that? If you're angry, that what we do? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare. Okay, let's read the verse. Krodhat bhavati sammoha. Sebastian, you want to do this with me together? Krodhat bhavati sammoha sammohat smriti vibhrama smriti bhramshad buddhi nasho buddhi nashat pranashyati. Very nice. Good job. Sashashita.
क्रोधेद् भवति सम्मोहः सम्मोहात् स्मृतिविभ्रमः स्मृतिभ्रंशात् बुद्धिनाशो बुद्धिनाशात् प्रणश्यति.
Very nice. Jasvita.
क्रोधः भवता
Bhavati. Moha. Sammoha. Sammohat.
स्मृति विभ्रमः स्मृति भ्रंशात् बुद्धिनाशात् प्रणश्यति.
Good job. Gauri.
क्रोधात् भवति सम्मोहः सम्मोहात् स्मृतिविभ्रमः स्मृतिभ्रंशात् बुद्धिनाशो बुद्धिनाशात् प्रणश्यति.
Very nice. Nadia. Nadia, can you say?
Sorry, could you help me?
Yes. Krodhat bhavati sammoha sammohat smriti vibhramaha smriti bhramshad buddhinasho buddhinashat pranashyati. Good job. Adha.
क्रोधेद् भवति सम्मोहः स्मृतिविभ्रमः स्मृतिभ्रंशात् बुद्धिनाशो बुद्धिनाशात् प्रणश्यति.
Very good. Very good. So, okay, last one. Aditri, go ahead. Aditri.
क्रोधात् भवति सम्मोहः सम्मोहात् स्मृतिविभ्रमः स्मृति
Pranshat Buddhinasho Buddhinashat Pranashyati.
Okay, very nice. Okay, the last verse for the day, Yagnasishta, who will do this? Let's see somebody who's not doing Lakshay. Lakshay and then Arav. Lakshay, are you able to recite the verse?
Yes, sir. On 3.13, right?
Yeah, 3.13.
Yajna Shishtashina Santa Muchayante Sarvak
Kilbishay.
Kilbishay Bunjate Tva Agam Papa Ye Pashanti Atmakaranat.
Read the translation.
The devotees of the Lord are released from all kinds of sin because they eat food which is offered first for sacrifice. Others who prepare food for personal sense enjoyment rarely eat only sin.
Yes, very nice. So what this verse is telling us that if you're eating something, first what we need to do, we need to offer it to Krishna. We need to offer it to the Lord and then eat. Otherwise, if we eat food which is not offered to the Lord, what are we eating? We're eating sin. Will everybody try to do that if they're not doing? Try to offer food to the Krishna. And after Krishna eats, take his remnants. That's called prasad. Yes? Let's go, Arav. Arav, go ahead. Arav, you're... Yeah.
Nashishtasina santo muchante sarvakilvishe vunchante te tugam papa ye pachante atmakarana.
Very nice. I saw, I think, Aditri, your hand was raised too.
Nothing.
Okay. Narsimadev.
Yagnashishashina Shanto Mukshante Sarvakilvishe Bunjate Tvagam Papa Ye Pachantma Karanat.
Very nice. Good job. Let's see Gauri and then Adav.
Yagnashishtashinā santo muchanti sarvakilvishe bhunjate te tvagam papa ye pachanti atmakaranat.
Yes, Adav.
Yagnashishtashinā Santo Muchanti Sarvakilvishe Bhunjate Tvagam Papa Ye Pachanti Atmakaranat.
Thank you. So next week, we will, again, just like we did, we will do together all these verses, okay? And then we will keep adding. So people who don't have who have not memorized, please memorize. Yes, everybody will start memorizing the verses. It's not that bad. It's not that difficult. Yes. If we keep doing this, it'll come in our heads. And Sanskrit, when you learn Sanskrit, when you memorize verses in Sanskrit, it will increase your memory brain power. You will be able to learn your academics also very faster, sooner. Yes. Do you want to excel in your academics? Then learn Sanskrit, memorize Sanskrit verses. Yes, everybody understands that? Right? Ara, have you started memorizing the verses?
Kinda.
Good job. So everybody will start memorizing verses, okay? So we will end here. Say our prayers. Vansha kalpatrubhyascha kripa sindhubhya evacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrinda ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.